Britney Spears has won the right to choose her own lawyer as she fights to end a conservatorship that has controlled her life and affairs since 2008. She's told a court overnight that her father, Jamie, should be removed from his role in it and charged with abuse of his position. She's thanked her fans for their support and celebrated by doing cartwheels. Britney's chosen the prominent Hollywood lawyer Matthew Rosengart to represent her. He's a former federal prosecutor and his A-list clients include Steven Spielberg and Sean Penn. Mr. Rosengart spoke to reporters following the hearing.
First, I want to thank Britney Spears for her courage, her passion, her humanity. Additionally, as everyone who was present today heard, as they heard on June 23rd, her testimony was clear, it was lucid, it was powerful, and it was compelling. Second, I want to thank Judge Penny for her courtesy, her decency, her rulings, her respect for Britney Spears' constitutional rights, which we believe have not been fully complied with over the past decade, potentially. My firm and I are going to be taking a top-to-bottom look at what's happened here over the past decade.
Let's talk to Dr. Cirillo, a New York-based lawyer and also a psychologist. What do you think of this decision by the judge in LA then to allow Britney Spears to appoint her own lawyer?
It's wonderful. It's a first step, but it's a giant step. A murderer can choose their own attorney, and they can also choose their own psychologist or psychiatrist if they disagree with the court's evaluation. Britney's been deprived of constitutional rights that the worst criminals have for 13 years.
Britney's also resisting a psychological assessment, isn't she? What's the significance of that?
Well, I think the significance is the same way she's resisting the lawyer, the conservatorship, the person who's managing her finances. All these people are hired directly or indirectly by her father. They are not working for her technically because they're being paid through her, all the money she earns, but she has no control over it. And the fact that she's not allowed to choose anyone and hasn't been allowed to choose anyone for 13 years who's going to be on her team, that speaks volumes as far as how little freedom she's had. She's like an adolescent. She's not allowed to ride in the car with her boyfriend. She's not allowed to have a cell phone that she has to go into a steam room and get burner phone sneaked over to her. She's being treated like a child. And the reality is that she has trouble managing her money, as many creative people do. She can hire a financial manager. She can hire someone to help drive her around, to set up appointments for her. These are people that many celebrities choose of their own volition.
We heard her last month speak for the first time in many, many years when she addressed a court suggesting that her father be removed from the legal agreement that's controlled her affairs for years. And this time she actually addressed the court via her lawyer's phone. She was texting saying, "I want to say something." And she actually said, "I'm here to press charges. I'm angry. I will go there. You're allowing my dad to ruin my life. I have to get rid of my dad and charge him with conservatorship abuse." I mean, is that a realistic possibility?
I don't think it's going to happen because what he's done hasn't really been anything criminal, because if he's done something criminal, then the court has to look at their own behavior in allowing him to continue in this with so much power for 13 years. I think what she's saying is, I don't want him in charge of anything. Everybody else, when they saw they weren't wanted, has done the right ethical thing and resigned, except for Jody, who she has supposedly been texting and saying she wants her to stay, at least for now. So this is letting her father know in no uncertain terms that she's not going to just lay down and play dead like she's been doing for 13 years, like shut up and smile. She's not going to do that anymore.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Cirillo.
Thank you for having me.
Let's bring you the headlines now on BBC News.